you really think it's just because the bed is soft? If you are over the age of 60 and your dog insists on sleeping next to you every single night, you need to understand that this is not an accident. It is not just a habit. And it is certainly not just about them stealing your warm blanket. There is a profound biological and almost spiritual reason why your dog chooses you as their sanctuary during the darkest hours of the night. To a dog, sleep is the most vulnerable state in existence. By choosing your bed, they are entering a sacred contract of trust, guarding, and energy synchronization that changes as you age. But be warned, while this bond is beautiful, there is a hidden danger lurking in this routine, a silent health thief that specifically targets people in your age bracket. Most owners ignore this until it affects their own well-being. Today, we are going to peel back the layers of this nightly ritual. We will uncover the 7 secrets your dog is whispering to you in their sleep. You might think you know your dog, but reason number 5 is going to make you look at them tonight with completely new eyes. Let's begin this journey into the night, starting with the first revelation. Your dog isn't just doing it for you. We all like to flatter ourselves. We look at that furry face resting on the pillow and we think, oh, he loves me so much, he just wants to be close to me. And while that is true, they do love you. Love is only a fraction of the equation. To understand why a dog sleeps with you, you have to strip away the domestication and look at the wolf that still lives inside their DNA. In the wild, choosing a sleeping spot is literally a matter of life and death. You don't just flop down anywhere. You choose the safest, most protected, and most predictable spot in the territory. For your dog, that spot is not the expensive orthopedic bed you bought them. That spot is you. But why is this so specific to those over 60? Think about your energy. As we move into this chapter of life, our rhythms tend to change. We often move with a bit more intention. Our routines become more solidified. The chaotic, frantic energy of raising young children or chasing a high-stress career often settles into a steadier, quieter hum. Dogs are energy readers. They are drawn to calm, consistent, predictable energy like a moth to a flame. If you are over 60, you have likely become a safe harbor in your dog's eyes. You are no longer a source of chaos. You are the anchor. When they climb into bed with you, they are capitalizing on your calm. They are using your steady heartbeat and your consistent breathing to regulate their own nervous system. It is a symbiotic relationship. They feel your stability, and in return, they offer their presence. It is a conscious choice to seek out the most stable energy in the pack. They aren't just sleeping with you. They are sleeping in your aura of safety. They are plugging into your peace. But there is a layer deeper than just presence. This brings us to number 2, the silent message they send every night through their breath. Have you ever been lying there reading a book or just staring at the ceiling and your dog settles in next to you? They circle a few times, they flop down, and then, they let out that long, heavy, rattling sigh. For years, I thought this was just my dog being dramatic. Or maybe they were bored. Or maybe they were annoyed that I wasn't petting them. But canine behaviorists have cracked the code on this sound. That sigh is not a complaint. It is a biological reset button. When a dog releases that heavy breath, they are mechanically dropping their cortisol levels. They are switching their autonomic nervous system from sympathetic, which is the fight or flight alert mode, to parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest healing mode. By doing this right next to you, they are sending you a very specific message. They are saying, I am powering down my defenses because I trust you to watch the perimeter. But pay attention to the details. It's not just the sound, it's the spacing. Notice how they position themselves. Are they touching you? Usually, yes. But it's often just a sliver of contact. Maybe their back is just barely brushing your leg. Maybe a paw is resting on your ankle. This is the Goldilocks zone. They don't want to be smothered that restricts their movement if a threat appears. But they don't want to be disconnected. They need that tactile feedback. That tiny point of contact acts like a telegraph wire. If you tense up, they feel it. If you wake up, they feel it. And if they sleep in the exact same spot night after night, if you have a dog that must sleep behind your knees or must sleep on the left side of the bed, that is not stubbornness. That is a ritual. Dogs thrive on ritual because ritual equals safety. By maintaining that spot, they are keeping the order of the pack. They are telling you, this is my post. I have secured this area. You can sleep now. Now let's get into the geography of the bed because this is fascinating. Number 3, the sleeping position that tells you everything. Where does your dog sleep? I want you to visualize it right now, because the map of your mattress is actually a map of your relationship hierarchy and emotional bond. Let's start with the chest sleeper. Does your dog try to lay across your upper body or curl up right under your chin? This is the most intimate, vulnerable position a dog can take. This is rare. By placing their vital organs directly against your vital organs, they are engaging in heart syncing. They are seeking the rhythm of your heartbeat to regulate their own. This is common in dogs who are incredibly bonded or perhaps a bit anxious and need your literal life force to feel calm. Then you have the foot warmer. The dog that sleeps at the very bottom of the bed, perhaps resting their chin on your feet. You might think, oh, they don't want to be close to me. Wrong. In a wolf pack, the guardians sleep at the perimeter. By sleeping at your feet, they are positioning themselves between you and the door. They are placing themselves at the entry point of danger. This is a position of loyalty and protection. They are saying, I will handle whatever comes through that door first. What about the pillow sharer? The dog that thinks they are a human and rests their head right next to yours. This is a sign of equality. In the wild pack, members who are equal siblings or mated pairs sleep face to face or head to head. This dog respects you, but they also view you as a peer. They are your partner, not just your pet. But the most profound signal, the one that speaks volumes, it's when they sleep back to back with you. If your dog presses their spine against yours or against your side and faces away from you toward the room, this is the ultimate compliment. It is called covering the blind spot. In the wild, you never turn your back on a threat. By turning their back to you, they are proving they trust you 100% not to hurt them. But simultaneously, they are watching your back. They are guarding the side of the room you cannot see. It is a tactical formation. It is a silent agreement that says, we are a unit. I have your back and you have mine. However, we must pause the sentimentality for a moment to discuss a very real, very practical issue. Number 4, are you making sleep harder for your dog without realizing it? This is the hidden health issue I mentioned earlier. As we age, specifically past 60, our sleep architecture changes. We often sleep lighter. We might wake up more frequently to use the bathroom or to adjust a pillow or because of joint pain. We tend to wake up earlier. Guess what your dog ages too. And as dogs enter their senior years, their sleep becomes more fragmented. They become more sensitive to noise, to light, and to movement. You might think your bedroom is a sanctuary, but is it? Do you fall asleep with the TV on? That flickering blue light mimics lightning flashes to a dog's brain. It can keep them in a state of low-level arousal, preventing deep REM sleep. Do you use plug-in air fresheners? A dog's nose is thousands of times more sensitive than yours. That lavender scent you find relaxing might be screaming chemical noise at your dog all night, irritating their respiratory system. But the biggest issue is the restlessness feedback loop. You toss and turn because your hip hurts. Your movement wakes the dog. The dog shakes, scratches, and circles to get comfortable. The dog's movement wakes you up fully. Now you are both awake at 3:00 a.m. This is dangerous for you. Sleep fragmentation is linked to cognitive decline, heart issues, and weakened immunity in humans over 60. And for your dog, lack of deep sleep increases anxiety and accelerates aging. So if you want to keep sleeping together, you have to audit your room. Is it dark? Is it cool? Is it quiet? Can you get a motion isolation mattress? Can you turn off the TV? You have to protect the sanctity of the sleep environment, or else your beautiful bond becomes a health hazard for both of you. Now we need to talk about the dark side of attachment. Number 5, when closeness isn't love, it's a warning sign. This is the point that changes everything. We love it when our dogs want to cuddle, but you need to learn the difference between affectionate closeness and clinging. If your dog has always slept at the foot of the bed and suddenly, out of nowhere, they are insisting on sleeping on top of you, or they are pressing themselves against you so hard it feels like they are trying to merge with your skin. This is not a sudden burst of love. This is a distress signal. Dogs cling when they are in pain. They cling when they are afraid. And they cling when they sense you are not well. If you are over 60, you need to be aware that dogs are incredible biosensors. There are countless documented cases of dogs changing their sleeping positions lying on a specific part of an owner's body when that owner had an undiagnosed illness. Cancer infections, blood sugar changes, dogs can smell the chemical shifts in your sweat and breath. So if your dog becomes a Velcro dog at night, suddenly do a body scan. How are you feeling? But also look at them. Is the dog panting at night? Are they pacing before settling? This clinging could be a sign of their own cognitive decline. Doggy dementia or CCD arthritis pain that flares up at night, or anxiety. Affection feels calm. It feels heavy and relaxed. Anxiety feels tight. It feels electric. It feels restless. If the closeness feels desperate, do not just cuddle them back. Investigate. They are trying to tell you that something in the equation is wrong. In the silence of the night, their body language is screaming, "I am not okay," or "I am worried you are not okay." Let's move to something more spiritual. Number 6, the unspoken promise before sleep. I want you to watch your dog tonight. Don't just let them jump in bed and ignore them. Watch the ritual. It's not the sleep itself that matters most. It's the transition. Watch how they prepare. Most dogs will jump up, maybe walk a circle or two, an ancient instinct to trample down tall grass and check for snakes, and then they look at you. That look, that brief, soft, heavy-lidded gaze right before they drop their head. To most people, it looks ordinary, but to a dog behaviorist, that is a check-in. That is the signing of the contract. They are checking your emotional state. Are we safe? Are you calm? Okay. They are memorizing your breathing pattern so they can sync with it. They are smelling the air to ensure the den is secure. And that moment when they finally drop their head and let out that breath, that is the promise. They are promising to stay. They are promising that for the next 8 hours, they are your companion in the dark. For those of us over 60 who might live alone or whose houses have become quieter over the years, this promise is heavy. It fills the empty space in the room. It turns a lonely night into a shared experience. Don't rush this moment. When they look at you, look back. Blink slowly, a sign of love. Tell them good night. Participate in the ritual. It strengthens the bond more than 1,000 walks ever could. And finally, number 7, the night they guard your dreams. This is the most beautiful realization of all. When you drift off into deep sleep, you are completely defenseless. You are unconscious. Your dog knows this. And because of this, your dog rarely sleeps as deeply as you do. Research into canine sleep patterns shows that dogs cycle through sleep stages much faster than humans. They spend less time in REM, deep dreaming, and more time in light wave sleep. Why? Because they are on duty. Even when they are snoring, their ears are swiveling like radar dishes. Their nose is still processing the air. If a car door slams outside, you might sleep through it. Your dog's eyes will snap open. They will lift their head, assess the threat, and if it's nothing, they will go back to sleep. They are filtering the world for you. They are taking on the burden of vigilance so that you can have the luxury of rest. They are not just sleeping with you, they are sleeping for you. Every time you wake up in the morning refreshed, it is partly because your dog stood guard over your subconscious. They managed the perimeter. They protect without armor. They love without words. And they stay through every dark hour until you rise again. So the next time you feel that weight on the mattress, or you feel that cold nose press against your leg in the middle of the night, don't just push them away. Pause. Remember what is actually happening. This is an ancient dance. This is a creature who has bypassed millions of years of predator instinct to lie vulnerable next to you. This is a creature who has chosen your energy as their safe harbor. This is a creature who is listening to your heartbeat to make sure it keeps rhythm. It is trust made visible. Every sigh, every twitch, every breath they take near you is a quiet conversation. One that says, I am safe. You are home. We are together. And maybe that's why this ritual feels so sacred once we get older. It's not about the warmth or the space you share. It's about being seen without words. It's about being loved without conditions. Because to your dog, every night beside you isn't just rest. It is gratitude. It is loyalty. It is forever. I want to know who is sleeping beside you tonight. Who is your guardian in the dark? Go to the comments section right now and tell me your dog's name. Let's fill the comments with the names of these silent protectors who watch over us while we dream. Is it Max? Is it Bella? Is it a scruffy terrier named Barnaby? Write their name down as a thank you for their nightly watch. And if you want to understand more about the secret language of your dog, make sure you subscribe. We have so many more stories to tell. Good night, and give your pup an extra bit of the blanket tonight. They've earned it.